Hey there, everybody. So, I had a very emotional yet enlightening morning. It started off with right away, channeling someone's father who had passed a few days ago. And after that, it was, my grandma who had passed away years ago when I was a kid. And it was receiving these messages that showed me how much the universe wants to provide us with our truth, with everything we need to live an extraordinary life. That our world really does take care of us when we are open to it, when we say yes to it. And we say yes to it by saying yes to ourselves, by being sovereign. And the real lesson that my grandma showed me was the generational curses, the generational curse that my family has been consumed by, and others as well in my life that I see. And that curse is the broken heart. How often have maybe you or someone you know been so bitter in life, constantly saying no to it because they feel so much pain that they don't feel safe opening up again? So they lash out in anger. They become narcissists. They punish themselves on a daily basis, and then they punish others. Hurt people. The curse of the broken heart. And for a few years now, I felt myself being pulled into that cycle after my heart being broken. And my grandma shared her story of how her heart got broken and how she passed that on to my mom. And just understanding that what she told me was, when you hold yourself in that story, when you hold yourself in that place of just hell, you're handing over your keys to the perpetrator. You're handing over your keys to more anger, more fear, more pain. And you're holding yourself in your hell. You're giving the keys to your life away. And so forgiveness isn't saying that it's okay what happened. It's saying yes to yourself. It's saying yes to taking the pen and writing your own fucking story. Because the root of all suffering, I feel, it starts with an emotion. It starts with energy. All these diseases that we're trying to prevent, all these things that we're trying to fix in our outer reality, are just a byproduct of not saying yes to ourselves. We are meant to be sovereign. We are meant to be able to heal ourselves. We are vibrational beings, choosing to have a human experience, but we weren't taught growing up. We have like amnesia. And we're taught by society that everything is outside of us, that we need someone to complete us or heal us. We need the government to support us. We need to work that 9 to 5 and completely sacrifice and ignore everything that our soul is telling us. We all have the capacity to create our own life, our own reality. And most importantly, to be able to love ourselves and heal ourselves, to write our own stories, choose who we want to be. And so many of us don't believe that. We've forgotten. That is what is causing this disease of heartbreak. And I believe that is the number one thief of life. It's hardening. It's hardening your heart and not allowing life in. It's not allowing yourself through. So if you're holding on to something right now and you don't know how to let it go, how to start saying yes to yourself again, how to open up your heart and feel safe again, I want to tell you, it's safe. Because the only reason why it feels safer to use anger as a shield, to block yourself, to numb yourself, to distract yourself from yourself, is because we're taught that. We're taught that we don't have the power to overcome. We don't have the power to create our reality. And so we continuously give our power away to that perpetrator, to that moment in time of trauma. And we deny ourselves, we cut ourselves off from ourselves over and over again. We betray ourselves over and over again. But what if you knew all you had to do was decide, I'm done with that. I have everything I need within me. The moment I stop giving my power to that thing, I have it for myself. To start creating the reality that is me. To start healing myself. Because one thing my grandma told me that made me tear up, was you have so much freaking love to give. You have to remember to give that to yourself. Because as they say, if you don't have a full cup, you can't give to other people without feeling like sacrifice. And so many of us, when we're in this state of heartbreak, of fear of it happening again, holding that trauma and baggage within us, we're not able to tap into our own love, our own authentic frequency. So we feel alone, we feel lost, we feel scared. But if you knew that you were love, that feeling of love is you tapping into your authentic frequency, your soul. You're well of everything because you are your universe. And the universe wants to provide you with everything that you truly desire. But you have to choose your desires instead of your fear. Are you following your authenticity, or are you following your inner authority, your inner critic, that voice in your head of the perpetrator that hurt you? And for a long time now, I've been following that voice of the perpetrator. I've been under that spell of that curse, of closing off my heart and not allowing the love through. And that's the worst way to live life. Because you're not allowing life to happen. You're not allowing yourself to feel the magic of you, of creating your unique reality. You are whole. You need nothing outside of you. Up until now, you thought that all this was the cause of who you are, when really, you create this. This is an effect of what you choose in here, who you choose to be. And that's what the universe has been showing me lately, is you don't have to control out here. You need to control in here by what you're willing to give yourself, what you're willing to give your inner world to be reflected back to you by the outer world. That is co-creation. Let the universe, let your angels do all the movement out here. You focus on saying yes to you. That is manifestation. Being authentic. How often can you choose you, to choose to love yourself in those moments when you want to criticize yourself? When you want to run away from those feelings, can you feel them with love? Knowing that everything coming up is something to be let go of to reveal more of your power and truth. More freedom. The more you choose the things that free you, the more you choose your soul, the more that will be reflected back to you by your outer world. Your world is safe. And it starts with your inner world. Do you feel safe with you? Most of us don't. We're afraid to spend 2 minutes away from our phones without distraction. How often can you just sit quietly with nothing around you, no one around you, and just be with yourself? Most of us can't, because we're still running from ourselves. But the very thing you're running from is everything you want. You want that feeling that you can be, do, and have anything. That you're perfect the way you are right here, right now. Fully accepted and loved. That's what we want. And so it starts by remembering your power. Your own love, your own frequency. That is what brings you life. So if you're feeling like shit lately, if you're in fear and anger all the time, closing yourself off, always clenching, pinching off the very thing that was giving you life, you, the universe. The moment you soften, you allow the universe to massage you, to bless you. And I've experienced that more in the past few days than I ever have, because I let go of this curse. I am breaking this generational curse, not just for me, but for my stepson, for my wife, for my friends. I'm showing them. And that feels empowering as fuck to choose me. Because I'm 30 and I'm just now learning how to choose me. It's really true. Hurt people hurt people. So understanding that they are hurt. They are in their own curse. The best thing you can do for you is step out of that cycle. To choose you, to choose to live this life that is a blessing. It's a gift. And the first step is to be comfortable with yourself, be able to say yes to yourself. And that's what the universe is telling me today. That's what I am telling me today. My world is all nurturing. It's safe. It takes care of me because I take care of me. And when I decide just to let myself be me, everything comes to me. No more chasing. No more worrying. Because you have all the power. So, the last thing I want to say is, are you falling into that curse of a broken heart? Of saying no to your life? Because of something that happened in the past, something that you can't let go of? And if so, just know that being aware of it is the first step. It's not easy to forgive. But I promise you, the moment that you start saying yes to yourself, being more loving to yourself, it will all change. You will get more of that power and you will get that higher consciousness by remembering who you are, to see it in a different way. Because you have all the tools in here to diffuse that emotion, to let go of that energy, that baggage. The first step is being aware, waking up from that curse. That's the first step. And then it's starting to say yes to you in the smallest of ways. And then letting it build. Self-love is that bridge to the spiritual world, to your authentic frequency, to all of it, to everything you desire. It's in here. It's not out there. So stop waiting for that apology. Stop waiting and putting your life on pause when you have the power to shift it. Just by deciding that you matter. And if you want more tools, if you want more help, diving into you. Diving into the tools to help you heal you. To learn your power. You can always book a call with me. You can message me to book a call as well. You can go through my Instagram. But whether it's through me or just another path, know that you deserve to live an epic life. It's time to stop putting the pause button because of someone who hurt you, for someone who was hurt in a cycle of hurt and has passed it to you. End that cycle now, and you will be forever blessed, I promise you. Your life will shift so fast. I love you.